All right, so finally getting around to making the build video for this Yuno. My bad, I had to make a couple other videos and then Canada kind of pushed it back, blah, 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 blah. This Yuno is actually pretty good, but I kind of made a silly mistake in how I interpreted this skill, this passive, to where I thought he basically gave the whole team a free volatile assault in terms of 20% stamina, making everyone start at 100% stamina if the whole team was red, but nah, it's only him. Anyway, very good unit and has 107 speed debuffer, so this guy is pretty good. I think that in some cases he can be dead weight after he uses his ultimate, but we're gonna talk a bit more about that and just overall just talk about all that. I do think he's pretty good. I need to use him more, I think, but I mean just have fun with him. I already kind of got a good idea of how he works. I do think he is pretty good and can be very annoying, but not really a defense unit because of the fact that his main ultimate, his main use is single target, which is very hard to control on defense, which is why AoEs and all that is very good, but Julius is the exception because of his like just insane extra turn and all that stuff. Anyway, let's talk about the kit first of all. Obviously, now Pride does not have it, so we're gonna have to go like this. We'll go through it very quickly. We don't need to really spend too much time, but let me just keep it in game. Actually, I don't mind doing that. So if you wanted to pause, you could like go on that screen and pause. Now this single target gives 2-turn absolute silence and 1-turn taunt. Now both of these penetrate through debuff blocks, so you could use this turn 1 plus. Stamina reduction does not, but 28% lower of stamina, which is very good. 20% stamina is a lot, right? Now the skill 2, 40% chance to silence everyone for 2 turns. And then if you have the skill page, adds a reduction of 1 skill point to the whole team. And then this, you have a 50% chance if there's a silence or absolute silence to increase your stamina by 20%, which is very nice. He has 107 speed, so that's going to go very well with altogether. Now, this is definitely the main part. He also does have silence, what's it called? Total silence, absolute silence on his combo, which of course absolute silence blocks skill 2 and ultimate, where silence only blocks skill 2. Now, it's very good having the absolute silence. It sucks that there's a taunt 2 because he could die very quickly, but he has like okay defense, not really the best, 5,000. Obviously, I don't have like amazing gear on him, but it's not crazy. But he should be doing decent enough. 107 speed is okay now, but of course, we've got what, 3 DPSs now that have 109 speed, being Langris, Charmy, and Asta, and then Julius himself is at 107. So you know, there's still little things like that that does change it a bit. Now, as for the passives, he gets, of course, he himself, only him, gets 20% stamina at the start of the battle if the full team is red. Is it wave? I don't think it's wave. I think it's just battle. Yeah. So he basically goes next if he is if the whole team is red, which is decent, but it's not great because red units are not exactly in the best state. In terms of DPS, there's only Noel and Charmy, but you're not running both of them. And then defenders, there's no one really crazy. Healers, literally no one. Supporters, Sally. And then he's really the only like good PvP debuffer, so you know, not really looking the best. Now this, what it does is that when you're, sorry, I was looking at the wrong thing. When attacking an enemy with silence or absolute silence, you get 2 special points, which is pretty good. And then when you max dupe, you know, if you do, it's also gonna add that it does seem that when attacking someone with absolute silence, you reduce their special points by 2. So he's gonna be a very special point heavy guy. It's looking pretty good. I mean, he reduces special points if he has a skill page, then he gets 2 special points and reduces 2 special points. So it's funny because they make Langris get special points, but then him, he's like getting almost more and making them drain their special points. So it's like just kind of funny how that works out. Should you dupe? I'd say no. I mean, it's pretty good getting 2 special points, and his ultimate does, or his kit does revolve around his ultimate. But just those 2 special points won't be anything crazy unless you have this max duped. If you have this max duped, then sure, you could for sure go for the 2 dupes. But if not, you don't really need to go any further than 2 dupes at all. Unless it's your favorite unit, just go for it. But, you know, except for that, I wouldn't say anything special about that. Now, as for the skill pages, his is probably the best for him. Because, of course, it adds the reduce 1 special point on all enemies, which could be very good in delaying ultimates by 1 turn. But then there's also the fact that when you're attacking someone with absolute silence or silence active, there is a 10% up to 100% chance to give yourself 1 special point. And at level 6, 5 dupes, there is a 100% chance to give yourself 3 special points when attacking someone with either of the silences, which is going to be immediately like you attack turn 2 and you're ready. I think you'd be 5 out of 8, and then if you have this, right, if you have that, then you're going to be I'm pretty sure, yeah, you're going to be 7 out of 8. So then literally like in 2 turns, if you have him dupe 2 and then maxed out skill page, he's at 7, he gets his all back, like in 2 turns. Same thing as Langers, which is really good. Sucks that you have to get his skill page so high, but it's very good. I mean, in reality, you only need to get it to like, well, I say in reality, but like you only need to get it to level 5 to get it back in 2 turns. But if not, you could even get it back in 3 turns if you have him at Dupe 2. So like they go well together. I don't think even getting that is like gonna make him the craziest unit, but it does make him decently better in my eyes. But that is just one of the skill pages I wanted to mention. For sure, his is good. Now, besides that, Noel's is also a really good one, especially in combination with his if you have his skill page, skill 2, which reduces skill points by 1. Noel's, when you get hit, there's a 20 up to 100% chance to reduce special points by 1 on all enemies. This one is going to reduce defense, which is pretty good. Then Lotuses could reduce speed, and even if it's not much speed, even a bit of speed is enough to make a difference. This one is going to give him defense and endurance, which it could be good considering the fact that he's going to be taunted, or he's going to taunt someone on his ultimate, and that is not supposed to be there. So like these are the main 4. I mean, if you want, you could also, my bad, I kind of forgot this one, but you could put the defense one, this one. There's not really many others. If you want to go for any other debuffing ones, sure, maybe you want to do Noel's, but it's only on the attacker, where Noel's would be on the whole team. So Noel's is just an outright better version of this. But those are all skill pages that you definitely can do. Now, as for talents, this is what I went for. Just go for the defense. And then also the defense every wave. I went for the normal get 1 skill point when you're below 2. And then get blocking chance. And then I went for just damage because I wasn't sure. I don't really think it matters in terms of like attack or magic attack. And I think this is probably the best for him because you're not really building him with any of that. That's basically how I'd recommend going about it. I mean, it's kind of like one of the average builds for Yuno. He's not that crazy in terms of intricate, right? Now, as for gear, I went for 4 speed and 2 defense, which I think is what everyone should go for. I don't think you should go 4 defense or 2 speed, but you should only have defense and speed on him, especially because he's at 107 and he wants to attack before the attacker. Is going for 4 speed is definitely the way to go for him. If you want to give him a speed blooming talent, I wouldn't be opposed to that, but I personally am not doing that. But overall, it would look pretty good with him for sure. Now, going on to the teams. I'm pretty sure, usually just like your average showcase team. Oh wait, let me not change that team because let me go to the last one because these are all my guild boss teams. Anyway, let me try to find Yuno. He's very unrecognizable, I'm not gonna lie. If you want to go for like Voltos with him would be pretty good, especially for like setting in stone that you're getting off the absolute silence, because of course you want to get it on someone before they attack. And then if you really want to be toxic, you could go for like Noel and then Julius. Right now the thing is with this, you have to be quick in killing the teams, but it's basically going to disable 2 people, like guaranteed, because she's going to disable 1. Now Noel, if you're gonna do this type of team, you're gonna want to make sure that Noel's disabling the person who only has use in their ultimate. So someone like Rades, where you know it's going to be someone more like, or I guess when Noel, you're going to be using her taunt if it's on Rades, and it depends if there's Mars. And then with Yuno, it's definitely going to depend more on I mean, anyone who's in need of their skill 2 or ultimate, someone like Julius. But the thing is, if you taunt Julius, because of course on the ultimate, when you use the as silence, it also puts a 1-turn taunt. So like maybe you don't want to do that. You could definitely attack Noel, red Noel with him. Now of course you could just go the basic team and do this for sure. I mean, nothing's stopping you. Then there's also the fact you could do a full red team, which could look something like this, or not Red Asta. I'm not an advocate for Red Asta. Or you could put Finral if you want speed. And then obviously too, I kind of just forgot, but Sally could definitely work a team like this. Maybe you know, is going to be able to disable someone right away. Then you could speed the other 2 up. So you know, looking pretty good for that. Now except for that, I'd say like probably the team I would be running is Julius. Then I would say I would like in best case like to win Noel, and then either William or Voltos, 2 very good units would definitely work. And if not, you could put Mars. Mars also could work if you want to put him with Yuno, because Yuno has the absolute silence. I could also see this. He goes for the AoE stun, and then Yuno gets his other absolute silence on someone else. I could see this team being pretty fun. So I'm just kind of throwing out some teams for you guys to run. But it's kind of hard to give definite teams because, of course, when you're fighting all these different teams in PvP, it's kind of hard to just be like, okay, use this, because your Yuno could be hard countered by Julius, who like has 110 speed. If he has a purple speed talent +3 alongside him being max duped, and then it's at full speed, then he just targets Yuno and then GG, right? So, that's kind of how I like to see it. But these are just like some teams you guys could try out and see which ones work better for you, definitely, especially because every unit has a lot more potential than others, max dupe, no dupe. So like it really does depend. Now, that's basically it. I think Yuno's pretty good. Just for the first SSR, I wish he was a DPS and I wish he was a bit better, but he's still S rank, S tier for me, still pretty good, just not as good as he should have been. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.